Why isn't this never working? I don't. Ugh, what's happening? General Biggie! My microphone's not working. Oh, it's working. Never mind. Yay. Hi.
My God. Okay. Hi, General Piggy. I don't know if you came in yet. Oh, you did. See, I thought my microphone wasn't working. Things are happening in my life, and I don't even know what they are. Oh, what is happening? I don't even know. Things are happening, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I know what's happening, except for no, I don't. But if you give me just a second, because I've got to do things. Oh man, he's playing that Helldivers game again. That game makes people so angry. I think they purposely make that game like that to make people rage quit. People rage quit that game. Okay. So it's got to be like that so I can see everything. Okay. So now, um, oh, now I get to tell you what we're doing. Okay. So I went back to Genesis. I went back to the Old Testament because that Ethiopian Bible was making me so very mad. Like, so mad. I actually talked to Dustin about it, and he hates when I talk about Bible shit. He's always like, "Ah, shut up, woman." But it was making me that mad. So I quit reading it and I went back to what I'm good at, which is the Old Testament. Yay, I'm so excited. So, anyway, we are on Genesis. And in Genesis, we left off, Noah was just being born. It went through a whole shit ton of geology that I didn't fucking read. I tried to pay attention to it, but that shit's for the birds. Anyway, anyway, Noah was just born. So that's the only thing that's happened. Well, really, that's significant. Well, Cain killed Abel, and God was pretty pissed off about that. And Cain didn't want to die, so God cursed him. And anybody who killed Cain, they would take Cain's curse. So that was the thing that happened. And then Noah was born. And that's where we are leaving off. No, that's where we left off. I don't know where we're leaving off. I don't know what's happening. So anyone, anyways, welcome. I am your magnificent hostess with the leastest, the Saint of Awesome, your super stone sage, Saint Nikki K the Grit. And I am wonderful. Ask anybody, they will tell you I am lying. So, I don't remember what chapter we're on, but I think I put my bookmark there, but I cannot be 100% sure. But we're about to find out. Ooh, yeah. hold on. And then Noah. Oh, yeah. And then Noah was 500 when he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. He was 500 years old. So he's going to be over 500 years old during the flood. And according to that Ethiopian nonsense, the whole like angels having sex with humans happened like 6 generations ago. So 6 generations ago. So they've made like lots of angel babies on the earth. So pretty much God has just let this shit fester for a long time, it seems. So there's a lesson in that. There's a lesson in that. Sometimes God just wants to play his video game. Anyway, we're on chapter 6. Okay. So it says, now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them. Okay, see? So, according to that book, this shit happened 5 generations ago. But according to Das Bible, God's actual unofficial biography, this shit is happening right now. After Noah. So, okay. Anyway, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm shutting. You're not shut the fuck up. Okay. I'm gonna keep my nails to myself. I didn't even notice I had nails until I was like poking out my eyeball. It's a real problem. Okay. So it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them. And the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, all of whom they chose. Now, it doesn't give the angels any names right here, but in that Ethiopian book, it gives all kinds of names. And one of the names of a guy is called an angel guy. He's the leader. His name is Simeon Jezez. And he sounds like he is who transforms into Satan, because Satan was the leader of minion of angels that came down here and was doing the wrong thing, and then had big battle. And that's kind of wrapped up in the Ethiopian Bible over there. But the timeline is wrong, because all that stuff happened in that book before it happens in this book. And we don't get that many details in this book. And the devil is in the details. The lies are in the details. That's how cops, when they interrogate you, they ask you the same question 80 different ways. And each new detail can either hang you or save you. Mm-hmm. Word magic. Um, And they took wives for themselves of all of whom they chose. And then this part right here, the Ethiopian Bible says that people were praying to the angels to talk to God on their behalf. Something like that. There was more words. And there might have been different words. I don't exactly remember. But it boiled down to people were asking angels to intercede on their behalf and talk to God. That's what it says in the Ethiopian Bible. And what it says right here is God. God says this. Hold on.
Okay. What'd I say? Okay. Hi, Ham Solo. If she came in, hi. It's me, God, God voice. I'm saying hello. Hi. I'm God. It's me, God, and God voice. And I was about to say some shit. So give me 1 second. Okay. What did I say? This is stupid. I don't know what I saw. Oh yeah. My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. Now, wait a minute. Okay.
Hi, Ham. Oh, Lord, that was loud as fuck. Hi, Ham Solo. I am Nikki K. It is nice to see you. Okay. Now, God was like, this shit sucks. So he's going to live 120 years if he's lucky. And there were giants on the earth in those days. And also afterward. Okay. So, in those days and afterward. So, it's after what happens next. So, again, this is saying people have survived the flood. See, I read that somewhere because I was pretty sure people survived, but it said that they didn't. But this is saying that they did. And it says both things in the same book. So I'm not exactly sure. Okay. When the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and there were born children of them, those were the mighty men of old, men of renown, Hercules type people. That this is some Hercules type shit right here, right? Have God, have human. He's Hercules, man of renown. Yeah, that's some badass shit right there. That tells you, like, what the Norse people believe. Like, that shit really existed because that shit really existed. So, like, right here, it's telling you, yeah, that pagan shit definitely happened, but ignore it. You know, if you're a Christian, ignore that. It's all fake. The Bible is pagan. The Old Testament is pagan. Don't believe it. Man, this book is the best fucking book. I'm not even gonna lie. The Old Testament is my favorite. Okay. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. Now, that Ethiopian bullshit book over there, and I'm only going to reference it through a little bit of Genesis because I did not read it because it's bullshit and it was very hard to get through. But that book gives the details on some of this stuff. Now, it says the angels that have names in that book, that may be Satan and his posse. Like, they taught the people how to be evil. It wasn't like the flesh was evil. It was like these angel, devil, demon, God guys. Like, they taught the people how to be evil. Like, and then it's not like that book says that there were other angels that snitched on the bad angels because God had no fucking idea what was going on. Again, God wants to play his video game. So, he didn't even know what was happening according to the Ethiopian Bible. Some other angels had to snitch that their brothers were smoking cigarettes behind the garage. But over here in God's unofficial biography, which is probably the closest to the truth, God figured it out all on his own. Like God was watching this shit. So I don't exactly know. Hi, cousin. How are you? Anyway, then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry he had made man on the earth. And he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, what I said.
What is it? Ah, it's my balloon.
Hold on. What I say? I said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, all the shit. All of it is gone. Yeah, I'm sorry that I even made these people. I'm sorry these people suck. But that Noah guy is pretty cool. Apparently, well, not apparently. I did walk with his great great grandfather. His name was Enoch. And I walked with him. He was my bestie, like 5 generations back, three generations back. I walked with that guy. And Noah reminds me of him. Yeah, I think Noah's gonna be my guy. Yo, Noah's my guy. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay. Now, this is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and he was 500 years old. He was 500. The earth was so corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all the flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And God said to Noah, hey, Wait, what? I don't know.
Hey, Noah. Hi, it's me, God. Noah. Look, we gotta do something. Okay. I'm about to kill everybody. Yeah. It's about to be all bad for people. Like you have no idea. Yeah. But, but, I'm gonna save you and your people. Yeah. It's gonna be a thing that I do. Okay. So, go make a really, really big boat. Like, I mean, a boat plus, hold on. It'd be a boat plus a cruise liner thing. It's gonna be like 4 stories tall. It's gonna be like a floating skyscraper. Yeah. I need you to make a floating skyscraper. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time. It'll take you no time at all to build a floating skyscraper. Yeah. That's gonna be a thing. And like you'll thank me for it later. It'll be less cramped on the top floor. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's gonna be super easy, dude. Don't even worry about it. Just go build a floating skyscraper. And it's gotta be made out of all this very particular stuff. Yeah, I know you're 600. I get it. I get it. But you need to build a floating skyscraper. Thank you. Yeah. Noah's about to build a floating skyscraper. Okay. Okay. And then, once you build your floating skyscraper, I'm going to need you. See, this is going to sound impossible, but you're 600 years old. You're barely, look, you're still young. I need you to go get every animal. Yeah. I don't know if there's future animals at this time, so I don't exactly know how many animals I need you to track down. I don't know, but you need to go get them and put them in your floating skyscraper. I told you, you will be on the top floor. No problem. You won't even have crowded space. You won't even know they're there. The smell won't even hit you. Yeah. So I need you to do that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay. So go get all the animals. Right. Make sure they're male and female to keep the species alive. Okay. Now, what does it say? Oh, okay. Now I know where I'm at.
Okay. After 7 more days, so in a week, I'm going to make it rain on the earth. You have a week to get all these animals. That's why I think there wasn't so many animals. I don't know. But there might not have been a lot of animals. I don't know. So anyway, in a week, I'm going to make it rain 40 days and 40 nights, and I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made.
So, Noah made his floating skyscraper and got all of his animals together at 600 years old. So, Noah, with his sons, his wives, his sons' wives, went into the ark because of the waters of the flood. So all the animals, why do we gotta say this twice? So all the animals also got into the boat, and then after 7 days, the waters of the flood were on the earth in the 600th year of Noah's life, because we need to say that again. But it happened in May, because their month started April, and the second month will be May. So this happened in May, May 17th. On that day, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were open, and the train was on the earth. No, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Yeah. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Noah's wife, oh my God, we're saying this again. I'm not saying this again. Now, the flood was on the earth 40 days. The waters increased and lifted up the floating skyscraper, and it rose high above the earth. The waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on the surface of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth, and all the high hills under the whole earth, under the whole heaven, were covered. The waters prevailed really fucking high, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that moved on the earth, birds and cattle. But remember, a few minutes ago it said they were there now and afterward, and we didn't know what afterward was. Hold on, cousin, I'm almost done reading this. Don't go to bed. I think that said you're going to bed. Don't go to bed. Hold on, I'm almost done. Okay. All in whose nostrils were the breath of the spirit of life, all that was on dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the ground, both man. I'm not reading this again. Everything was destroyed. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive, and the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. Okay. Oh, good night, cousin. Good night. All right. So that was chapter 7. Not reading a bunch of that shit again. And I don't know. This book repeats itself a lot, but it's so exciting. I don't know. I'm just happy to be back in this book. That's all I know. So, how is everybody doing? General Piggy, are you still here? Ham Solo, are you still here? I don't know. Are any of my cousins here? No. Well, the one cousin just went to bed. Wonder where my other cousin is. I wonder, what day is it? Oh, it's Sunday. It's church day, ain't it? Shit. People may not show up because they're at church. They're at real church. I'm a guilty pleasure for non-church days. I forget it's Sunday. Man. Oh, fuck. That means tomorrow's trash day. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm ready for trash day, I suppose. Okay. That was my phone. I heard it. Okay, so chapter 8 says, okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, in chapter 7, God got pissed off at the game, at his board game, at his science project, and threw it in the bathtub and turned on the water and forgot about it. And then somebody reminded him, hey, you know, the water is overflowing in the bathtub and there's water everywhere. So you should go fix that. And then God's like, shit, how long have I been on this video game? So then he runs in his bathroom and shuts the water off real quick because he remembered Noah. Robert, hi. Thank you for commenting on my videos. I appreciate that. And thank you for pressing the like button. But God just remembered his science project, his board game, his risk game in the bathtub. And he's overflowed his water. And then he sees Noah's floating skyscraper. And he's like, oh, my bath toy. I totally forgot about this thing. So God shut off the water and hold on, wait. And God made a wind pass over the earth and the waters subsided. The mountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the water receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. Yeah. Then the ark rested in the 7th month. So what is it? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh, October. October 17th. On the mountains of Ararat. and the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. So October, November, December, January. So it ended January 1st. The tops of the mountains were seen. Okay. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark, which he had made. What? This literally just took months. Wait a minute. What? This is what? Wait a minute. Math isn't mathing, and I'm really bad at math. But I know this math don't make no sense. Okay. Okay. Let me go backwards real quick. Okay. Then, so he made it rain 40 days. But then, so all this happened in 40 days. Okay. Then the ark rested. Okay. So then, okay, so it just floated around for a couple months. God's like, you can just float around. The water will drain. This is crazy. Okay. So it rested. Okay. So the floating skyscraper rested, and the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. So then we're going back in time at the end of the 40 days. Okay, so it was just telling us what was happening. But at the end of the 40 days, Noah let down the window. Noah opened the window of the ark, which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro, until the waters had dried up from the earth. Okay, so he sent a raven, and the raven didn't come back. It just flew around until it found a place. Okay. It kept going until the waters had dried up. Then he also sent out a dove to see if the waters had receded off the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place. And she returned to the ark because there was still water on the earth. And he waited another 7 days and sent out the dove again. Then the dove came back to him, and she had an olive stem leafy thing. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he decided, Empress, I love you. I haven't been on Twitter in a long time. so I haven't seen very much. But let me tell you what fucking Noah just did. Look, he knew that the waters were going off the earth because the dove just told him, right? And he's like, this is so water. It might be muddy. I'm not going to go out there because it's muddy. And he didn't bother telling his family or anything. He made them sit in that floating fucking tower, floating skyscraper for another 7 days. After the water was already off the ground and their boat was resting in a mountain. So it's not like there was really a lot of mud anyway. But he made them sit in there another 7 days because he's an asshole. It's man logic. Man, I am so happy about you. I just want you to know I'm very happy about you. But, okay, so. Okay. And he waited another 7 days. And the dove did not return anymore. And it came to pass in the 601st year, on the first, okay, so this must be Noah's 601st birthday. That must, because Noah was 600 years old. So they're counting the beginning of the time from the time Noah was born. So Noah would be 601 right now. So, I don't know. That's my guess. But anyway, in the 601st year, and the first month, which is April 1st, that the waters were dried up from the earth. Then Noah removed the covering of the floating skyscraper and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. Well, no duh, because it's a mountain, Noah. Shut up, Nikki. Shut the fuck up. I'm shutting up. Okay. And in the second month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. Then God spoke to Noah, saying,
I know you want to keep your family in here for as long as you can. Like, I know that. But, yeah, it's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. The floating skyscraper don't want you in it no more. It's time to go. Noah, it's time to go. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Give me my keys. Don't make me call the police. Get out of my place. It's my skyscraper. Damn, Noah, get out. And take all this stuff with you. Everything.
okay. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord. And So he made burnt offerings with everything. He's like, God, I don't know the sacrifice rules because it's not Exodus. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm just going to kill everything. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. And then God's like, I don't want the meat. It's not what he said. Oh, God told himself. He said,
Self, I will never again curse the ground because of a dude. I'm never going to get that angry. I'm just going to buy a weapon. I'm going to buy a Tommy gun of fury. Yeah. Wait till I unleash that thing. Brrrr. Yeah. Yeah. Brrrr. Brrrr. Yeah. I'll be like a whole gangster rap song. And I'll turn on Young Jeezy every time I gotta pull it out. I'm like, yeah. Cause Jeezy is the man. Yeah. Gangster rap is where it's at. Got a Roddy. Best rapper ever. Buy my CD. Yeah. But like, my name's got a Roddy. My Tommy gun of fury. I'm gonna bust it all in that ass. Yeah. Because words. Word life, man. Word to your mother. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do this water thing again. I'm gonna Tommy Gunner Fury. Yup. Yeah, cause this water thing, I totally forgot because I wanted to play video games. Yeah. I made a giant mess in my dad's bathroom. He's gonna be so mad at me. I'm gonna be living in the desert in no time. Yeah. It's happening. Don't worry, it's happening. My dad's not so forgiving. I am though. I forgive. Yeah. But my dad not so much. Yeah, I'm gonna be living in the desert in no time. Don't even worry about it. Oh my god.
I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know what he's up to or what he was trying to. I don't even know. But we are going on chapter 9. Hey, hey, we started over in Genesis. We're doing a good job. Yeah. But should I go over to Twitter? Should I open my Twitter back up? Is anything going on over there? No. You're leaving me? Damn it. I feel like you need to sing Trey songs to me right now. I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back before you know it. Genesis is the book, man. As that, yeah. But I'm gonna let you go to bed. I love you, and I'm proud of your success. And I am just so proud to even know you. You are a wonderful chick. And if you email me the link to your book, I'll post it in my descriptions. That song is so good, though. That's the only Trey songs I like. Uh, I think. Except for that, you the one girl. I can tell by the jeans that you wearing. You the one girl. I think that's Trey Songz. Thank you. And send me the link to your book and I'll post it. So, how, chapter. Okay. Yeah, chapter 9. Yeah, I don't know. I think chapter 9 might be too long. Yeah, I think chapter 9 is too long. I don't even know how many minutes I'm at. Oh, yeah. I'm almost at an hour. Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, we'll start at chapter 9 because chapter 9's gonna need a lot of talking. Well, actually, if I shut the fuck up, it wouldn't need any talking at all. But I talk too much. So, I want to tell everybody thank you for watching. I hope that, no, I don't hope that anything. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful night. Now, it is time to. Is my phone about to die? Well, I'll plug it in. But it's time to go give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass. Have a postcoital cigarette, smoke a bowl, and have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Good night, General Piggy. Good night, Ham Solo. I don't even know if you guys are still here. But good night, General Piggy.